Ladies and gentlemen, the plot is thickening. The clouds are gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, one Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is forming a coalition that is going to involve Rigathi Gachagua, Dido Nyoro, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, Okiya Mtata, Babu Owino, and Jimmy Wajigi, and Martha Karua is yet to be convinced. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have been watching what has been happening in the politics of this country, you realize that the government has panicked. You realize that the moment Kimani Ichung'wah was taken by William Samoei Ruto to view for a visit, for a tour of his wheat plantation, that is when things started now going wrong. And that reminded me of when Jesus Christ was taken by the devil and during the temptation at the peak of a certain house, and was told, he was shown all the wealth in the world, and was told, all what you are seeing, I'm going to give you. I knew, in short, I knew betrayal was loading, because betrayal is an element in Kenyan politics. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have been watching Kimani Ichung'wah, you realize that just the other day, he talked about impeaching some chairmen of certain committees, and here, I want you to tell me who he was referring to, if it's not Dido Nyoro, and then we are also going to see what Dido Nyoro said after that. So guys, watch this.
In this season, the season Junet Mohammed calls a season of impeachment. I am not encouraging anyone to impeach anyone. But if need be, please impeach these chairs and their vice chairs if they can't be in the house.
Sources indicate that among those targeted is Kiharu Member of Parliament Dido Nyoro, who serves as the Budget Committee chairperson among 13 lawmakers for the purge from their powerful committees' leadership, as President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza Alliance and Raila Odinga's ODM's cracks whip against disloyalty and the looming shakeup that will firm up their grip on Parliament. Sources indicate that the committee chairpersons are targeted not only for absconding duties, but viewed as close allies of the impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
Is 236.
Sources within the broad-based government political circle.
That is Kimani Ichung'wah. And later, yesterday, we saw Dido Nyoro, the Kiharu Member of Parliament and the Chairman of the Budget Committee in Parliament, responding. And maybe I can ask you, whom do you think Kimani Ichung'wah was referring to? Before you maybe write the answer in the comment section, maybe still you can watch and see how Dido Nyoro responded to Kimani Ichung'wah.
I should not be coming here as budget chair to convince Kenyans how the economy is growing. It is the Kenyan people who should be telling me the economy is growing. And therefore that calls upon us, all of us in this hall, that all the policies that we make must advance an egalitarian society, must promote equality and equity, so that even as the economy grows, it should not be growing in such a forum. It should be growing in the pockets of the Kenyan people, and I think that is a component of making sure our resources are well distributed.
Ladies and gentlemen, whom is Dido Nyoro addressing here in mind? Okay, we know their audience in that hall, but whom does he have in mind when he is telling Kenyans that it is not his work to come and tell people that the economy is working, and it is the Kenyans who should be actually telling him or the government that the economy is working when they have money in their pocket? I think he is referring to William Samoei Ruto. He is addressing William Samoei Ruto. He is responding to William Samoei Ruto. And he is also responding to the broad-based government. And again, he's talking about equality and equity. And if you remember, this has something to do with one man, one vote, one shilling. It has also to do with Rigathi Gachagwa's idea of one man, one vote, one shilling. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is cooking? I've told you when we were starting this video that there is a movement led by Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka that is being formed. It is coming. And I forgot to tell you that even George Natebea is part of the group. So what is scaring the government here? What is scaring the broad-based government? Number one is that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is the head of this coalition. And when you look at the members who are in this coalition, they would actually garner votes from all corners of the world. And when we talk about the world, I'm talking about Kenya. It's a small world. Look at somebody like Babu Owino. Babu Owino is likely to bring all the votes of the youth. He's likely to bring all the votes of the Gen Z. He's likely to bring the votes of Nairobi. He's likely to bring the votes of the coast. He's likely to bring the votes of even Luinyanza. I think he's capable. And here, you also see somebody like Natebea, because the discussion now is whether Kalonzo can be deputized by Dido Nyoro or George Natebea. And you can see why the government is panicking. You can see why William Samoei Ruto is very busy now to chase these people from the leadership of parliament. Because again, when you look at Dido Nyoro, you realize that Dido Nyoro controls the budget of this country. Dido Nyoro is the chairman of the budget committee in parliament. And as the chairman of the budget committee, you know, he is the one who decides who takes what kind of money, the amount of money that the various ministers takes. So that's why they want to reconstruct the government. They want to consolidate power. Again, if you look now at Gachagua and Matiang'i, these are people who will also bring votes. The prospect of Gachagua, because Gachagua was told, I think in Kirinyaga, by members of Mount Kenya, he was given power to go and unite with Matiang'i and others. In fact, it is Jerry Maina, very close to Rigathi Gachagua, is the one who actually came out and talked out publicly and told Gachagua to unite with the others. And when you look at Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has been seen several times with Babu Owino. Babu Owino did not even go to vote for the impeachment. Dido Nyoro did not even go to vote for the impeachment. They did not even grace the swearing of Kithure Kindiki. And you can see now where the country is driving. Well, you can see now that with Kalonzo now, with his experience, with the support of the youth and a very able team, I think he can make it. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is equal to the task, supported by these guys? Even if they are in the cabinet, I strongly believe that these guys can work. For example, even if you give Babu Owino the CS education, this guy can bring the reforms that this country needs. Remember, Kalonzo was there with Mwai Kibaki. Remember, Kalonzo was there with Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. He was there, and he has been there. And he knows, he understands the government very, very well. Remember, people like Matiang'i are people who have passed the test of time. They are people who have delivered, and people know that they can deliver. Remember, people like Natebea are very energetic. So if you bring this kind of government, Kenyans are going to embrace it. And this is what is scaring the government. This is what is sending panic in William Samoei Ruto's camp. This is what I think is what is forcing Kimani Ichung'wah to go and maybe waongee vile ambavyo watatumiwa kuja kubomoa watu wengine kama Dido Nyoro from powerful committees in parliament. If they are going to succeed, I don't know, but I can bet if these guys are going to avoid infiltration, because definitely Kalonzo, if he's not careful, some of these guys will be sent by William Samoei Ruto to infiltrate him. It is possible. But if they are able to fight infiltration and they are able to unite and focus in 2027, both financially and so on and so forth, I can bet with my figures that Kalonzo will be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. I don't know what you think, guys, but I want you to comment in the comment section, and remember to like this video and have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.